Welcome to the Properties to Profit podcast. I'm Michael, your host. Excited to share with you my journey from a six-figure job to building a successful real estate business. Each episode will explore various aspects of real estate investing, from wholesaling and flipping to managing rentals. I'll share the lessons and insights I've gained, aiming to help you avoid mistakes and achieve your financial goals. Expect guest experts, valuable tips, and practical advice to guide you on your own real estate journey. Thank you for tuning in. If you find any value in this podcast, please subscribe, share, and follow me on social media. Let's turn properties into profits together. Good morning, guys. Michael here with Properties to Profits. And today I want to talk about managing people. It can be so tough as a small business owner. And I think most of us in the real estate game are small business owners. And so what I wanted to really talk to you guys about is it's a different game when you're a individual performer doing most of the work yourself. You're locking up deals, you're managing your contractors. Most of us do that pretty well, and it's much easier to do, I think, for most of us, because we've got into business for ourselves to make more money and we wanted more opportunity, and we probably did okay in other jobs. Myself personally, I've always been a great individual performer. I've made multiple six figures as other jobs, especially when it was just in sales, and just because it was show up, do the work, they provide the leads, and if I close them, I get paid. I've always been really good at that. And up until a certain point in my businesses that I've owned, I was just a performer, and I did really well. I grew really fast, faster than most people, and it's because I'm a great individual performer. But getting to the next level, it's really hard to make seven figures being an individual performer, and impossible to make 10 million plus, which I'm trying to get to, by being an individual performer. I don't know anyone other than athletes, right? And unfortunately, I just wasn't gifted an athlete body to be able to do that. A lot of that has to come down to luck. And so the reason I share that with you is because as I'm trying to scale to 10 million and beyond, I've got to change my frameworks, right? And I got to stop being an individual performer and learn how to lead and manage people and get them to be individual performers. And it's a little bit harder to get someone else to be an individual performer than get yourself to be an individual performer. You can always work more. You can always do more things. But now you got to convince other people to do those things. And you got to give them shortcuts so they get there faster than you could individually. And so one thing I've really learned is you have to do a pre-performance paragraph. So what's that look like, you ask? Well, in sales, every time you're going to make a call or make it go to appointment, you think about the outcome you want, right? Think about it as athletes. Michael Jordan could make a 3-point shot with his eyes closed because he could visualize the outcome. Well, it's the same thing in sales. You visualize the outcome you want. In my industry, I'm buying houses, so I'm going to help solve the seller's problem by asking great qualified questions and making sure that the outcome benefits them. And if it benefits them, there's typically a profit in it for me. And if not, that's okay. There's going to be someone else there. And so it's the same thing when you're going to manage people. When you're going to manage one of your sales reps, what do you want the outcome to be? You got to have better awareness, which is going to lead to better choices, which is going to get you better results. So if you're going to meet with a salesperson who isn't performing, well, you want to get them back to performing and understanding what their situation is and really helping them, guide them to what they actually want out of life. And so what I've started to do is go into conversations with salespeople who need to improve on something. It's like, well, what do I want them to take away from this conversation? Well, one, I want to make sure that they know that they're doing well, that they are improving, and that they are on track for the most part for where we need to be. I want them to know that there are things to improve on, and I want to show the value of when they improve these things, what's going to happen. And at the end of the day, when we're done with this conversation, I want them to be grateful that they work for us, grateful that they work for me if I'm the one having the conversation, or my sales manager or whoever is having the conversation with them. And I want them to walk away feeling good and head held high and feeling they can go do something better than where they went into the conversation, right? And when you pre-frame it that way, man, it gives you clarity of what you need to have around the conversation. Because a lot of times when we go into a conversation unprepared or unthinking about what we want the outcome to be, something gets thrown at us, a curveball per se. And that curveball can throw out some emotions. I know I'm an emotional creature. And sometimes when I get emotional, I say the wrong thing. I overreact, right? And when that happens you're managing your employees, you can lose trust in them. They can be afraid to tiptoe, or they can tiptoe around you, afraid to elicit a reaction out of you that may not give them the confidence they need to do their job. And when you're doing that, you're not building a great company or a great culture, which is going to hold you back. So this pre-performance paragraph that I'm using is, what do I want to accomplish with this? What needs to be fixed? What are they doing well? And what will happen when they fix the thing, continue to do the things that they do well? Well, when I can address all of those things, write them down, I'm in control of the conversation. So when that inevitable curveball comes at me during a conversation, I'm able to pivot and get back on track because I know what my goal is. I know what my desired outcome is, and I know how I want them to feel about the conversation after they leave. So spending 10 to 15 minutes to think about how you want to have a sales meeting with someone who isn't performing can go a long way. And I encourage you guys all to do it. I've always done it in sales, and I've really taken this to my relationship and my work life where I'm managing more people. And it's amazing how great of results I'm getting. And you should be using this in everywhere in your life. Is anytime you're going to go do something or have a conversation with someone, really sit down and be intentional of what you want to achieve out of the activity you're about to do, or the appointment you're about to run, or conversation you're going to have with your significant other, or your kid even. And you can use this in your gym life. Be super intentional about those things. When reading a book, all of those things, and watch your life improve significantly. This was about using it to manage people, but I think if you really take a step back and realize, if I was more tactical and understood what I want to achieve before doing a task, you can really use this in anything you do in life, and you'll see a better outcome. So give it a try. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know any feedback you guys have. Let's learn together and get better. Thanks. Thank you for listening to the Properties for Profit podcast. I hope you found today's episode valuable. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Follow me on social media for more updates and tips. Until next time, keep turning properties into profits.